Good morning. My name is Elena Bradshaw, and today I'll be sharing a little bit about myself and my goals for this course, this semester, and overall my career in life. So, yeah, I'm excited. Let's just get started. All right, so here's the outline. Basically, this presentation is going to be about what career I'm interested in, my hope and takeaway from this course, what intimidates me, confuses me about the course, and then the questions part will be at the end, but it's my personal questions for the instructor. So, all right, so let's talk about my major and what I want to take a career in. So, this is my major right here. It is CIT/computer programming, which basically CIT stands for Computer Information Technology. And I'm going to go ahead and go through each of these bullet points to help you have a better understanding of what it is. Coding. So basically what coding does is it writes instructions and it tells the computers what to do. It is us humans talking to the computer, allowing the computer to go through its course. So it's basically like the language of technology in a sense. And then our second one is application development. So application development is just building apps and programs that we use literally in our everyday lives, like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, or any type of application that you may use to buy things, Amazon, online shopping. That is application development. Next, we have networking. Networking is literally Wi-Fi in a sense. It allows us to have Wi-Fi. Networking connects all computer systems, across, allows each of the computers to communicate with each other in order for things like network, Wi-Fi, all of that to exist. Next is cybersecurity. It protects systems from hackers, viruses, stuff like that. It is important for this to happen because you won't be able to have any of the things I just talked about if you have a virus in your computer or anything that is threatening to your computer for you to be able to do any type of technological work. And our last one is database design, which it's a lot of information across the computer basically that is stored. So what this does is allow you to access it more easier in a sense, like it organizes it. It's so much information. So this is what organizes it and allows us to be able to reach those things and access it without any difficulty. Moving on. All right, so this slide is about what I hope to gain from the course. Of course, good grades. I strive to get good grades. I'm gonna try my best. Next is more knowledge about biology. Honestly, I'm not that informed about biology. I don't know much about it, so I'm excited to learn more in general. Next, we have the biological effects in our lives. Basically, how does biology affect our day-to-day life? I feel like we look over it a lot in our lives, so I want to know how it affects us in each of the things that we do. Then we have experimenting with chemicals. I've never been one to be in the lab most of the time. In all of my science classes, we didn't really do much labs, so I'm excited to experiment with chemicals and learn more about what chemicals are hazardous or dangerous and what ones are actually safe. You know. And last one is connecting more with science. So all of that includes connecting more with science in order to be successful in this course. So yeah. Next is what intimidates me. I'm not gonna lie, one of the biggest things that intimidate me, not only in this course, but in all courses, is test taking. I'm not really a good test taker. I hope that I get better with it though. I feel like when I test take, it kind of challenged me more, obviously, but it makes me question my knowledge about the subject. It makes me, second guess myself. So my goal is also to try to do better with that. Math and biology. I'm not good at math, so I feel like that is definitely an intimidating factor for me. Conversions, like converting millimeters to centimeters, anything like that, I feel like that's intimidating, but it's something I have to just focus more on. And then the last one is moving on to another material without fully understanding the material that we were just doing, because that could definitely stress me out. But hopefully, I will learn to get better with all of these things throughout this course. And then the last one is my personal questions for the instructor. So, number one is what tactics do you personally think will help me be successful in this class? It's your class, it's your course, so you would know what things that I would need to do in order to be successful in it. My second question is what is your biggest hope for our course as a whole class, as a whole? Like, what do you hope that we, you know, do in the class that will help us be successful? What's your biggest hope for us, basically? because I feel like I worded that wrong. And the last one is, what can I do to improve my test taking skills? As you just heard, it was one of my biggest intimidating type of things. So what do you think that I can do to improve test taking skills and help me be less anxious or nervous about test taking? And that is it. Thank you so much for, listening to me talk and ramble and listen to my presentation. I hope that, and overall, that I, learn more about my career and biology in general. And I'm excited to see how this will help me grow as a student. And I hope that this course will be something that I will remember in every sort of thing that I do in life. And yeah, thank you so much.